There we go. Okay. Time for chapter 3. Oh, there's the very loud music. There we go. Before we start, I have something weird to show. We go to Instagram here. First of all, Z has been posting cosplay pictures. So if we look at this, yeah, capture this, display. There's some cosplayers. This is what she's been posting. Now see, that one, I feel like I should have made it with if that counts. So, I did one, and, here's me. I did the Z, I did the face, and Hussey, finished the look and you're in. He's not good enough for him. I'm not clown enough for Hussey. So I made I don't have the resources to get all dressed up again, so I just did a little dumb Photoshop. So, now we can hop into the actual game. Close that. I'm gonna be eating lunch in like 20 minutes, so if this isn't a short chapter, I'll figure that out when we get to it. Let's hop right into it. This game's a weird save system where it's the easiest to just go and do this, because you can skip chapters, but only when you're in a chapter. Oh, what's going on in that thumbnail? We're not switching to Percy. I thought we might switch to Percy this time. Wild Card. Is that the name of the gun guy? That's a cool name. Very Midnight Crew. There we go. Why are the police here? Oh god, Abby, you can't tell them I'm here. What? Why? Because they're looking for me. That's definitely why they're here. They finally started snooping around my social media and they connected me with you and... God damn it, I should know this would happen. Z, what did you actually do? Does this have to do with the Bitcoin stuff? No, not at all. It's worse. I just have to hide. I'm going out back to the horse barn. Please, just get rid of them, Abby. I'll explain everything later. The horse's barn? No, just stay in my room. Please don't do anything stupid. I can handle this. No, I can't be in here. Well, what if they have a warrant? I need to hide. Tell them it's unconstitutional to search a woman's horse barn. First of all, it's a stable, not a barn. I'm losing the voice again. Also, I don't think that's even true. Sure it is, just like keep mentioning the Constitution. The Constitution protects your rights as a horse owner. Just say that until they fucking go away. I'm not talking about the Constitution with the fucking cop. If they don't have the warrant, I'll just make them go away. Say I haven't seen you in a while. Then they can you tell me what's actually going on? Yeah, sure, just get rid of the fucking cops. Wow. Flee, there she goes. Out to the horse barn. This is where Hussey was when he did the thing. No, I just started. We haven't gone anywhere. The cops are knocking at the door, and Z's running out to the barn. You missed me showing my clown pictures. And Hussey telling me I wasn't clown enough. Horns' ass. Get in this ass. You keep an eye out to make sure the police go away. Sure enough, they drive off after what seems like an eternity. Looks like Abby got the job done. Uh-oh. Okay, the cops are gone. I think you have some explaining to do. I can explain. Yes, maybe you could start with your car and why they found it near a dead cop. I was gonna tell you what happened that night, but I couldn't bring myself to. We were having a good time, and I didn't want to ruin everything by talking about dead cops and all the shit I went through with that night, like, traumatic. Okay, it sounds like you went through something terrible. So let's just slow it down. I'm not mad at you, didn't tell me, I promise, but please just tell me everything, because obviously I'm involved now. I need to know everything so we can figure out what to do. Yeah, that's fair. Well, the bottom line is I shot a cop. What? You said you'd be cool. Okay, I will be, but holy shit! When? Was this the night you came over soaking wet? Yeah. Oh god, and that fucking bullet hole! That was a cop bullet. God, I knew that was fishy. Mayo, LMAO, you've just been lying off your ass about all this. Spitting all these crazy stories about you shot your own manifesto like it was some kind of manic creative episode, when you were just covering up a cop killing? Please don't be mad at me, you said it wouldn't be mad. I'm not mad, I'm just losing it. It would be all kind of, if it wasn't so worrying, so serious, but so if I'm understanding right, you actually tried to drive to my house that night, even though you were drunk, and I told you not to do that. You crashed somewhere, and a cop came by, and he shot at you? Yep. Why? I was trying to grab my manifesto, and I think he thought I was reaching for a gun, so I started mouthing off at him, and he fired, so I, jumped at him, and I guess I kind of wrestled him for a bit. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I got his gun and shot him a bunch of times. I don't regret it, because he was a piece of shit and deserved it. Yeah, so I'm still not really... Then you gotta ride to my place. No, the cop's dash cam probably recorded me, so I took the police car and drove it into the ocean. Fucking god, the puddle. Why, you sneaky bitch. Lol, but yeah, I got an Uber from the wharf after that I kept meaning to tell you, but I could never bring myself to. I just wanted to forget about it, really. Guess I can't blame you, it sounds horrifying. Well, it was, for the big bastard I shot. Damn, I really need some time to process all this. Wait, the cop showed me a picture of some guy. They asked me if I've seen him before. Oh shit, that was probably Percy. Percy? The simp I was fucking with before I went out that night? Why do they have that guy's picture? Because I gave it to them. Z! I know, it was stupid. I called 911 to report my car stolen to set up an alibi, sorta, and they kept asking fucking questions, so I panicked and said he was my ex-boyfriend. I shouldn't have, though. It was the one mistake I made, and otherwise, flawless cover-up. Flawless, sure. You should probably tell him he's been implicated in a crime. I've been thinking about it, but I couldn't bring myself to tell you. Imagine how I would feel about dealing with him. Also, whatever I say to him, it might just be incriminating myself. I need to think about it more. You also, couldn't have picked a worse possible time to be a fugitive? You just launched a whole social media brand and have a ton of new followers. In fact, that's almost certainly how they connected you with me. I know it is, that's why I came to your house. I'm sorry. Z, you really are such a spectacular fucking disaster. I know. God. I'm a complete fuck-up, and I'm scared about all this. I don't know what to do except, keep fighting. That's why I've been pushing so hard about this brand shit. Why? To fight? Yeah, I don't want to cower. Not from the people who hate me, not from my past, not from the fucking police. I guess this is the only way I know how. That sort of makes sense. It's pretty risky, though. But it's not like any of this was really your fault. You were just defending yourself. Yeah, but they won't see it that way if they catch me. Of course not. But don't worry, I won't let them catch you. You just stay in my house until we get this to blow over somehow. From now on, we shouldn't stream or make content together. And don't make it obvious you're posting content out of my house. We don't want to give the cops any reason to think you're hiding here. You actually think I should keep working on my brand? Of course I do. You're doing great so far. The Jubilite stuff is so, crazy and weird. A lot of my fans are really clicking with it. Plus, we're only getting warmed up with our pranktious efforts. Yeah, it'd be a shame to pull the plug on that now. Your parents are on the ropes. When it's all said and done, what difference is a little more crime gonna make? In for a penny, right? In for $1 billion. Only $1 billion? That's a chicken feed number. I've been trading you too well. I just want to see you give up. I just don't want to see you give up. It would suck so much to let this shitty incident defeat you when you were the one who was attacked. You just keep following your vision. I'll do whatever I can to protect you. So they're taking the metaphor of her being cancelled and applying it on a bigger scale to the police. Of that she's playing the victim here. But, so her not being totally the victim in the police circumstance means she might not have been when she was cancelled those years ago, which is the real plot. Alright, I'll keep fighting then. Good, what's next on the Jubilite agenda? I was gonna post the next chapter soon. This is where the dogma starts getting dicey. Dicier than pranktious? Well, not legally dicey, I mean socially. It's entering the arena of, weird gender shit. Kinda skirting the edges of whatever I was ranting about when I got myself fucking cancelled during my nuclear meltdown. How long has it been since Hussey's done a weird blank shit? It's been a long time. Oh no. It should be fine though, I think this is all actually good shit. And Fuck the haters anyway. I think the brand is beyond cancellation at this point. They could try their worst, but it all just goes into the discourse machine now. I'll use it to my advantage to keep this business booming. That's what I like to hear. I'm excited to see it. When does it drop? I still need to walk everybody through Pranktious. That's a whole fucking thing, you know. Certainly is. But maybe in a week, you'll be ready for the real truth bombs. Great, I'm happy to hear you have a plan. I was really rattled by the police stuff, but I think if we work together, we get this under control. Yeah. Abby is taking this really well that her best friend committed murder. Let's just try to forget about all this for today. It's really upsetting to hear about what happened to you. Oh, the horse. It's fine. I'm benefiting from the healing vibes of Dave Hoof, the true MVP of this. Oh, there's the Homestuck. David Hasselhoof? Whoa, that's not a Homestuck name. I thought for sure the horse would have a Homestuck name. And of course it takes Z to come in and rename it Dave. Yes, it sure is. 1 week later. Another week slips by like it's nothing. The passage of time is helpless against the momentum of your brand. The march toward 1 million followers is inexorable as it is captivating. Even Abby, with her vast following, is taken aback by your rapid rise. You may have captured lightning in a bottle, which is hard to explain. Could it be the intrinsic allure of clowns? The socialist demagoguery? Demagoguery. I don't know that word. Your unique flavor of showmanship? Or your ability to manipulate discourse and controversy to your benefit? Oh no, is she a rogue of light like me? She's like, I think she's a rogue of void. That's what I'd peg her as. Is it still just a matter of writing Abby's multi-million follower? Well, I don't know, because that's Roxy. I don't know if she's quite a Roxy. I'll think about it. Is it still just a matter of writing Abby's multi-million follower coattails? Or maybe it's just plain pandemic-driven boredom juicing the numbers? No one seems to have the answer, but it's hard to argue with the results. Few have oh my god, Abby has a page now too. Oh, that's like a rose outfit. I like the butterfly, that's great. Few have taken to do the Jubilite lifestyle with more gusto than Abby herself. In the previous week, she has unveiled her new clown Sona to uproarious acclaim. Apple Pie is a hit, and her clown Sona posts are getting higher levels of engagement than even she's used to. Something peculiar is going on which wasn't supposed to happen. Her follower is spiking right along with yours. She began at around 3 million, and now it's sitting at 3.5. There's unanticipated synergy between your two brands, which lends something to the claim that you aren't just coasting off her clout anymore. She's starting to get a boost from yours as well. Peter Griffin enthusiast. I ship Zabble Pie TBH. Jeffrey Jubilite. Clown fan. It's all clowns now. Zabble Pie. Now that she's figured out her radical clown energy is nearly as good for business as fashionably standing certain K-pop groups, she continues hyping your brand with all the more enthusiasm. Your public lessons on Pranktious are hitting as well. Stories of the fandom's implementation of these ideas have begun to circulate, which is becoming a form of content unto itself. Abby's been doing a masterful job of convincing her parents it's all just part of their ploy to own the gullible libs, drive clicks, and take their money. Pranktious life hacks. Oh, yes. Anyone eavesdropping on her calls with her parents now would be hard-pressed to tell her apart from a staunch Republican. She gives all credit to her mom and dad for training her well on how to sound like them. But tonight, you prepare for something completely different. It has nothing to do with financially subverting the wealthy in a playful manner. You're now delving into a part of your manifesto which engages with the delicate politics of various social constructs. The delivery requires a deft touch, so you take some time to revisit the material before going live with it. Everything is further complicated by the fact that you need to keep a low profile. You set up a streaming studio in the other wing of Abby's house, never doing anything to indicate the two of you are in the same building. You don't even use her Wi-Fi in case they get clever and subpona Instagram for tracing purposes or whatever it is they can do. You only stream through your phone's wireless data plan, which is what you're planning to do right now, as it happens. Are you almost ready to stream? Almost. Now we're getting meta. We're getting real meta. Almost. Just brushing up on all this first. Also, I need to release the chapter itself, which I'll do in a minute. Got so antsy to see how everyone will react to new stuff. Yeah, you've turned into a real discourse dumpster diver. Well, it's been a lot more interesting than the discourse my brand usually gets. Your discourse just revolves around, like, the fact that you're hot, and how good or bad your opinions were on K-pop. I think the occasional horse girl fight would erupt. Yeah. I know she'd be dolled up in your clown Sona paint a lot more often lately, too, even in your posts. I love my clown Sona. Not that I'm complaining, but it seems like my brand has completely hijacked yours at this point. The Jubilite cultural hegemony is truly a force to be reckoned with. Sure, seems that way. All I know is I'm just having a lot more fun with putting your thing in the spotlight than what I was doing before. I think my whole influencer routine was getting a bit stale, to be honest. Nothing like a ton of outrageous clown propaganda to lighten things up. I'm proud to have fully indoctrinated you. No matter what happens from now on, I'll consider you my greatest conquest. Wow. Okay, I posted the new shit. Let's just wait a little while for that to make the rounds and I'll start streaming. Do you want to, like, rehearse your message or anything? I usually just wing it the moment I start streaming. Feels more real that way. Maybe we could talk about it anyway, so it's fresh in your mind? Sure, what do you want to talk about? Well, I read the chapter, and I've mainly been wondering how serious you are about this. About what? Clown gender. Abby, I am dead fucking serious about clown gender. I can totally believe that. I mean, I personally think it's interesting and all, but I think a lot of people will probably think you're joking or, like, trivializing a delicate subject. Oh, of course they will. That's good, actually. It'll help drive discourse and pull more people in. But the theoretical foundations of clown gender are totally solid. I think most of our fans will start caping for the whole idea, especially the simps. Oh, naturally. You can always count on the simps for a strong base of support. I fully expect the simps to start identifying as clown gender in their bios. If not, I'll be disappointing them. I'm sure they won't let you down. Hey, wait, does that mean there's clown pronouns? I actually did come up with pronouns one time, but I never included them in the manifesto. What were they? Squeak, whim, whiz? Oh man, I can see why that didn't make the cut. I think if I busted out those clown pronouns, people would think I was taking a big gender piss. Plus, I think it would get fucking annoying if tons of people start referring to themselves as squick and whim self and shit. There are certain decisions you can make with clown ideology that are just plain irresponsible. Clearly, we've shown nothing but impeccable restraint by promoting Pranktious. Yeah, Pranktious is telling everyone to do a bunch of hilarious a bunch of hilarious crimes. My brain was adding clown in there. It's fine. So if there are no clown pronouns, how do clown gender people refer to themselves? Literally any pronouns are acceptable, he, she, they. It's a wild card gender, like pulling out the Joker card for that part of your identity. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. So if I recall, there's a gender triangle with 3 genders, male, female, and clown at each point. That's a bit simplistic. You're excluding the non-binary from the spectrum. See, look. Oh, here we go. This is the troll romance of this. The pyramid is a gender continuum. The bottom horizontal axis is a spectrum ranging from male to female with the non-binary in the middle. That's all standard. You position yourself on this axis however you like, then moving up to the y-axis, you get closer to clown gender. The higher you go, the less you resonate with the entire concept of gender at all. Like you're transcending the entire conventional spectrum and seeing gender for the partial social construct it really is. That's why it's clown gender. It embodies a whimsical attitude toward the whole deal. Now, I knew Hussey had all these ideas on gender being fake, because that shows up in people trying to call out him and Kate and whatever on Twitter. That's what the Reddit was upset about a couple weeks ago that I was yelling at them about. But I didn't expect it to come up in the story. That's great. And he has a diagram for it, of course. He's got a diagram for everything. Any pronouns are fine. A true clown gender person wouldn't care what they're called. They embrace all pronouns. Anyone with the peak of pyramid is a full clown gender individual. After my stream today, I plan to come out as clown gender. Oh, cool. You mean at the way top of the pyramid? Yeah, it'll get the ball rolling on the idea. Then we step back and let the discourse fly. So this is basically me on saying, like, June is a bi-lesbian, gender doesn't exist, which I've said just to rile people up on Twitter to give a talk about it. I mean, yeah, me and Z are still pretty linked here. But is it actually true that you identify that way? It's true enough. I mean, I came up with all this shit, didn't I? Wow, I'm so proud you're taking this big step. Thank you. I'll have to think about where I fit on your pyramid. I don't think I'm clown. I'm too cis-womany for that. Yeah, you are, but you take your time with it. Meditate deeply upon my clown gender continuum. One day, Riotous will bless you with an answer. Who? Oh god. Oh god. I haven't even really gotten to the lore yet. There's so fucking much. Here, he's a mythical clown figure. The first Jubilite who lived millions of years ago. He comes to me in these crazy dreams, which is where I get most of this from. I'll start getting into this stuff in a few weeks. This all sure is something. People will probably flip out about it. I can barely even imagine the discourse surrounding whatever the hell this even is. Like a story? A religion? I'm sure it will be complete pandemonium. Deploying this material to the masses in its own way is a great form of pranktious, actually. It's like meta-pranktious. So the introduction of pranktious to the world is also pranktious? Jesus. Alright, ready to start streaming? Here, you can work the camera. Okay. Later. You both carefully study the aftermath of your clown gender stream for the rest of the day. As expected, the discourse is popping off. Passionate discussion flares up, resulting in great many awful takes, whereas others begin enthusiastically plotting themselves somewhere on your clown gender pyramid. All the most dedicated Jubilites vibe with the material instantly and update their clown sonas accordingly. So we're all gonna make these tonight, right? We're all gonna post where we are in the triangle, and we're gonna map, like, fictional characters in the triangle. This would be great. All in all, you consider it a very successful installment of your serialized manifesto. And it's also meta, because this... Yeah, we're not seeing them. This is the stream. Okay, so a chapter of the manifesto released, which introduced the idea of the clown gender spectrum live on stream to cause discourse in the viewers. You guys are watching me stream a new chapter of the manifesto, which reveals the clown gender spectrum to the discourse of the viewers. We're in the stream. I'm in this box. This is the stream. It's meta pranktious. By continuing to loot her parents' supply of preposterously expensive wine. Abby, I have bad news. What? We ran out of wine that costs over $10,000. Oh no! Had to get this one off the fucking bargain shelf. It's only $8,000 according to the web. I guess I'll have to make do with this swill tonight. Unbelievable. Forced to live like common peasants. That's fine, we can rough it out for a little while. Until our pranktious ship comes in. Maybe we should debrief on all that tonight. Yeah, it's easy to lose track of our business objective when everyone's in such a frenzy over clown gender. The reception to my gender pyramid couldn't possibly be better. The discourse is exquisite. Much more satisfying than this discount piss wine for beggars. So where are we with this? Are you still seducing my mom? Yeah, I'm this close to getting her to want a divorce. Just another push or two. How are things going with your dad? Good, I've certainly been talking to him a lot more frequently than he's come to expect. Which actually has made pulling the strings a lot easier. He's so delighted from hearing from me often, I think it's made him a lot more willing to believe the stuff I'm saying. Almost makes me feel kind of bad. I don't feel bad. Remember, these are bad people, actually. Oh, I know. It's hard to forget that, since the role-playing I've been doing has been making me feel pretty gross. Role-playing? Yeah, I've gone really hard in the direction of acting like I've taken a sudden conservative turn in my beliefs. I mean, I still keep it believable. I still say I hate Trump and talk a lot of shit about Biden, too, because he's obviously a rapist. He gets a kick out of it when he'll rant like that, but because it wasn't even that long ago, he hated Biden, too, before he started giving him millions of dollars, I mean. Yeah, looks like he's got a new crush. Your dad, ex-Biden. Sounds like an especially torrid old man yowie fic. Oh, no! But also, yeah, pretty much. So, like, I just go on like that. I barely even talk about Bitcoin anymore. That approach is too ham-fisted. It just makes it obvious I have some weird agenda after a while. Instead, I spend a lot of time trashing our fans, calling them, like, gullible socialist simps who hate America. Oh no, she's going knives out on us. Abby's gonna be evil. Well, that is basically what they are. It just so happens they're right to feel that way. Yeah, I just do a lot of sneering at their liberal bullshit, as if my experience with the fans have really opened my eyes towards sensible conservative thinking. See, the trick is just to take all the shitty things he's ever said about politics and, like, repackage those statements in my own voice and say it all back to him. You'd think it would be suspicious me suddenly flipping on a whole bunch of political shit we used to argue about, but I just know how he thinks. He loves hearing it, so he wants to believe it's true. Like, it just confirms his biases, you know? He just assumes I'm growing up, dispensing with my childish political beliefs and becoming the responsible heiress he always wanted me to be. Abby, don't say that in a hussy fic. That's a red flag. Jeez, Abby's going evil. This is genius. You are literally the CEO of fucking Pranksters right now. I feel like a silly baby toying with your mother's heart. No, your angle is so good, and God knows they need a divorce. You're helping them, actually. Yeah, they also have too much money, which turned them into shitheads, so we're doing them a favor by taking it, really. Oh, absolutely. Well, I think I'm about to hit a wall, though. There are diminishing returns when it comes to email seduction. Like, she obviously doesn't suspect at all this isn't a real guy she's talking to. It's just, I start running out of ammo with the sexting shit. It gets repetitive, and there's no way to up the ante, because it's not like I can call her. Maybe what you need is a voice actor to play his part. It can really be any dude who's willing to bullshit through a fake affair as a rich Republican donor. Even so much younger, like, one of our simps, maybe? It'd have to be someone who wouldn't mind becoming deeply complicit in crypto fraud. That probably describes, like, half our followers. What? Or maybe it could be someone who already is complicit, even if he doesn't know it yet. Oh, here he comes. We're gonna end the chapter with cut to Percy in the hand room. You open your previous DM with Percy and pick up where you left off with your drunken conversation, like barely a day has gone by. This time you make sure your flirtation is considerably less hostile, which he appears to appreciate. He's more than appreciative, actually. His instincts as a devoted simp seem to be in overdrive now, considering how much clout you've accumulated since you last spoke. He must feel quite special, given that he had a chance to speak with you when you only had a meager following of 1,000 people. This special feeling of elite ground floor access to you is a factor you can easily work to your advantage. By now, you doubt there's much you could ask of him that he wouldn't leap at the opportunity to help you with. And as a dedicated fan of your content, he should be more than thrilled to participate in a scheme which is such a quintessential act of pranktious. You consider how many simps would kill for a chance to be in his shoes. Or, if not literally commit a murder, then at least to be framed for one. You decide not to mention your troubles with the law just yet, let alone the fact that you arbitrarily decide to implicate him in the slaying of a police officer. That would totally kill the mood. It could also overwhelm him, which you really need his wits to be as sharp as possible, so he can play the role of a wealthy suitor to a middle-aged billionaire woman. After all the flirtatious pleasantries are over, you and Abby retire to the living room as you continue walking him through the play. So, just to be clear, you're asking me to call my friend's mother and engage in your friend's mother, and engage in various forms of amorous banter. Yeah, but Jesus, Perce, you're gonna have to turn on the charm a little better than that. Okay, I believe I can do that. Remember a few weeks ago when you said you slid into my DMs and started hitting on me? Well, I'm not sure what that was. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I think you're cool, and... God damn it, Perce, you were a very thirsty boy that night. Don't fuck with me on this. I know an eager simp when I see one. Your move worked, didn't it? Here I am talking to you again, asking to help us out with some super important mission-critical shit. So it's time to stop doubting yourself. You clearly have some killer Chad instincts or whatever, which even you don't fully grasp yet. Wow. So now I just need you to help the movement by channeling that sick Chad energy toward a rich woman who is extremely lonely and horny. Okay, here we go. I'll do my best, but aside from participating in a series of sexually charged conversations with this woman, I'm unsure what else to say exactly. I don't have the context for their previous interactions or know anything about the character I'm supposed to be playing. Don't worry about that. I'll send you copies of all the email chains I can. I can also send you all this info I have on this guy. He's just some rich douche who gives Republicans a lot of money. She's met the guy once or twice, but otherwise never encounters him except for these fake emails I've been throwing at her. Yeah, research material will be very helpful. Please send everything you have. Perce, this is fucking amazing of you. It takes some real balls to do this. I appreciate, I hope you know how much I appreciate it. No, it's no problem, really. It sounds fun, and I'm happy to help. Hey, maybe after you've made some progress with our mark, you can hop a ferry over here. I mean, for real this time. Sorry if it sounded like I was fucking with you about it that last time. No, it's okay. Sure, I'd love to. All I'm saying is life on the island gets kind of lonely, you know? Like, real lonely. The pandemic isn't helping much either. It feels like an eternity since I, well, socialized, if you know what I mean. That image. Yeah, I do. It's been quite some time since I had any company outside of work, I mean. Just let me know when you'd like to come. I'll be there. Oh no! Oh yeah, that cool purse gotta go by. There they go. Yep, saw that coming. Abby, I don't think It's okay, maybe I shouldn't have... No, it's fine, I don't want to hurt your feelings. It just seems like a bad idea. I just got carried away, and I know you're not into me that way. I'm sorry, it's not that, it's just... You don't have to apologize. You're straight, I get it, I know that. I'm just too pushy sometimes. No, it's not even like... I'm not even that straight, I just don't think you really understand me. I'd like to. Abby, you're like the only person in the world I actually care about, and all that, like, what we just did, for me, that's not... It's not about the affection. It's more like a weapon. That sounds... sad? Look, what I was just doing with Percy, this guy probably doesn't really deserve any of this. We were just having some fun with him. And he likes it. It's so obvious that being able to help you out is like the best thing that ever happened to him. Abby, I fucking framed him for cop murder. Okay, yes, that was pretty bad, but you just panicked when talking to some cops. We can figure out how to deal with that. It wasn't like sending out his photo was the result of some diabolical sexual con. You just fucked up, that's all. Yeah, but it only happened because that was the day I began messing with him. Look, all I'm saying is, kind of fucked up about this subject. No matter what happens, I don't want to feel like I'm using that particular weapon against you. Does that make sense? Totally. I have to piss. We really flew through this dollar store wine tonight, didn't we? Yeah. Aww. Psychic damage meter. Aww. She still doesn't understand her own sexuality. She doesn't know what she is. She messes with guys and isn't into girls, so what does that leave her? Clowns? Influencer Z named person of interest in murder of Nantucket police officer. That was good. I like that chapter. I don't think the Reddit guys will, but I like that chapter. So, next one's gonna open... I don't know. We know she ends up walking on the beach with, like, sunglasses and a baseball cap pulled down, so she goes out while hiding her identity. But there's also the scene of them sitting by the pool together, which hasn't happened. Which, is after the brand gets bigger, because she has the t-shirt of the diamonds, which hasn't shown up yet. But they eventually make t-shirts of their brand. And there's also the scene of her and Abby in bed together, which I don't see happening after this chapter, so we'll see how that ends up happening, because that's a thing that happens. And we still have to see Percy's side of things. We know from the trailer there's an animated flash of Percy in the hand room, but we'll have to see how that happens. Oh. I finished with perfect timing here for lunch, so I'm gonna go immediately. I don't have time to talk after, but only half hour. That was great. That was short and simple. That's what I hope they're all like. We still have another week, or 2 weeks, right? Before a break. So I'll see you all next Wednesday and the Wednesday after.